I congratulate personally for those who are success in the CSIR exam. And then this discussion is going to be like what to do after CSIR clearing. So the first step, so already you guys have taken the first step. Always the first step will be very hardest part of every journey. So already you have cleared it. So already you guys have started applying for the institutes, and then as well as you guys must have preparing for the interview. So here what I'm going to do is just I'm going to discuss what are my experience towards doing the PhD. Okay, so by this time all must have in your hand which field you guys are interested. Okay, so first thing is you guys must have decided which field is your interested field. Which field you are much interested? Cancer biology. Cancer biology is a vast in which you are interested, Lata. So what about others? What is your field of interest? I am not getting any response. What is your field of interest? Metastasis, in that what? Molecular immunology, it is also a broader topic. Okay, good. So what about others? Still trying to narrow down. Okay, molecular biology, it's a very broad. Okay, so now you guys are having some idea. Those who are not having an idea about how to go, what is the first step after the CSIR clearing is, first of all you want to find your field of research. You want to know what is your field in which you are very, very strong. Okay, so you can choose any field, but before choosing the field you want to be very, very careful, because for rest of the life you are going to deal only with that. So till now you guys may be like anything, because of your father, mother, you must have studied some courses, BSc, MSc, BE, whatever it may be, but this is your life. Now you are mature, now you want to decide which field you want to be, in which field you want to be known for the rest 50 years. So in which field you want to achieve something for the next 50 years. So it's very, very important. So you want to select a field of your interest, or you want to find which field you are interested. So how to select a research field that interests you? So till now you guys are told molecular biology, it is very too big, or some people have told like metastasis, suppressor, it is too narrow. Will it be able to find enough on it? So first thing is how to select a topic. The best thing is read through the background information. So books are the good places, journals are the good places. Try to read which is the current topic going on. The best sources your journals like Science, Nature, or any topic which is keep on coming in your local newspaper. So which means that lot of research is going on in that topic. If there is a lot of news is coming out of the research topic, means there is a lot of funding is there in your topic. Okay, so that's very important. So books are the good place to start, and then some specialized encyclopedias, handbook. So if you go through that, you will know in and out of each and every statements and then information about that particular topic. Okay, so when you are doing that, the best way is write it down, because you may get an idea when you are walking, you are sitting, sleeping, whatever the way you are reading. Just keep on writing all of the topics which you are going. So for here I am giving an example. Let us take, is memory loss related to aging. Suddenly I got this idea. So it may be get like just like that. So is the memory loss is related to aging? So it has two main concepts. One is memory loss, other one is aging. Right? You guys are following what I'm saying? Are you guys with me? Everyone? Okay, so now the next question. Start making a list of topics. So start compiling all the keywords in the world. So and then look for a logic topics. Is memory loss related to aging? That is what I am talking. So now you can see that memory loss, it can be amnesia or it can be Alzheimer's. Aging, it can be aged or elder or seniors. So now aging, it can be grouped by elders, seniors or aged. And then memory loss, it can be amnesia or it can be Alzheimer's. So combine these two concepts with the keyword and produce the final word. Aging, memory loss. Aging and memory loss. So this is the area you want to work with. So it is a very, very vast, but it narrowed down. You want to work in the margin where the aging and then memory loss coming together. Got it? So this is how, just a simple example how to choose which field you want to work for another 5 years, and then you want to build your career for the next 40-45 years. So after choosing the research field, what is the next step? What do you want to do? So what you guys will do once you have known in which field you guys are interested in? What will be your next step? What is the next step, guys? Start literature review. Okay. I'm not getting any response. Look, the institute, pursue research. That's good. That's a very good move. Before that, just now you must have come across, there are 41 CSIR labs. Got it? There are 41 CSIR labs. There are no two CSIR labs working in the same field. By this time you must have known that each and every lab is having its own theme. You want to shortlist the major programs as well as thrust areas of each and every CSIR labs which suits you. That's very important. So I don't want, if I want to work with like nanotechnology, I should not go and stand in a CSIR lab where enzymology is a thrust area. So like that. So you want to choose which lab they are working on my field of interest. And the next thing, next very important thing is know about the professor. So go and then just check, go into the website and then look for the professor who is working on that. Try to know more about him, because that will be very, very useful when you go for an interview there. Definitely once you are cleared for CSIR, definitely you will be called for the interview there. But you want to impress the person with whom you want to work with. So you want to know about the professor. That's very, very important. And the next thing is interview preparation. Very, very important, because most of the people will fail performing best during this process, interviews. So interview, always the first impression is the best impression in the world. So you guys want to impress the person on the first sight. So how should I prepare for my PhD interview? So what can I do? First step, there are a lot of things you guys can do. So sometimes your PhD interviews are informal. It is just more like a chat with a potential supervisor. Other, it will be mostly the PhD will be like a formal interview where like As far as I know, as far as I learned, it was from 4 to 15 professors may be sitting in the panel. When you guys enter, they may shoot you all the questions, but none of the questions are hi-fi questions. All of them are very, very basic to the floor. So here the one tips. For example, now you know what is your research field. Yes. Now you know in which lab they are working related to that. Yes. And then I know which professor is working on that. Yes, very good. Now, in order to how I can impress the person, if that supervisor is sitting in the panel, means before going for an interview, read about the supervisor publication. Okay, I went with JRF interview with a panel of 8 members. There only I got scared. Yes. Priya, that is how all the professors, that is not to scare you, that is like, that is how they'll be sitting. The 8 number is very, very less. I have heard one more situation where the entire professor will be sitting in the conference room, that setup. The student will go and stand in the place where the presenter will be. So any professor can ask. The thing is like, this is the place where you guys want to show your individuality, your command in the subject, in the command in your attitude, how good you are in. Okay. So this is how you want to use it. Okay. So the best way to know about your supervisor is read his latest publication. So by doing that, you guys know that what is really working on, and then that will help you a lot. Read the journals. So how many of have an opinion about the publication? That's very, very important. It can be a good way or a bad way, but I recommend always have an opinion on the right way. And then one more thing is always the PhD interview. It is not only to check. It is not mostly to check your knowledge. It is only to check your enthusiasm, genuine interest, and then potential, how much you can understand, and then how much you can perform. If you see that most of the PI does not have time to go and sit with you and then keep on explaining what you guys want to do next. Okay, so if you, the thing is like, you need a potential to select any topic or execute your any experiment on your own. That's very, very important. That is what they are looking for. Just by asking 1 or 2 questions to you, so they know that this guy is a good guy, this guy will fit what I'm looking for. So that is what. So have more enthusiasm. Enthusiasm will come only if you have a command in the subject. And then always show a genuine interest. Don't act. How they will know our enthusiasm? The thing is like, how to make it like, how they will know your enthusiasm? If the thing is like, if they ask any question, your answers should be very, very genuine. Okay, so there should not be any like extra. And then because they are professors, every day they'll be seeing almost like more than 10 to 15 people a day. So enthusiasm is like, you are eager to know something new. That's what enthusiasm they are looking for. Next thing is your research experience. Undergrad, postgrad research experience is very, very important. Sometimes they want to test you whether you guys know about your research, what you have performed. They will ask you what is the purpose of it, because for example, most of you must have prepared buffer. Okay, so if somebody asks how will you prefer buffer, anybody can tell you that, oh, I weighed the salt and then just added in the water, check the pH. Yes, this can be explained by any 6th standard thing. But if you see that, if you are really prepared the buffer, then definitely you will know what is the molecular weight of the chemical. Okay, so some professor may ask, what is the molecular weight of tris? If you tell that what is the molecular weight of tris, definitely the professor can understand, yes, this guy knows how to prepare the buffer, because the person who has prepared the buffer only will know the molecular weight, will remember the molecular weight of any chemical. Got it? So this is called real involvement. And then try to go back to your undergrad or postgrad research, and then try to understand what is that. If there is any patch up work, do it. And then always some professors will ask you that after your postgraduate research, just you can tell that how can you go from here, what is the next step of your MSc thesis or your BE thesis, whatever it may be. So you want to have an idea what to do next out that. There should not be any always a full stop to your research, which means that you have some thinking, you can drag things to the next level. So that's very, very important for your PhD thesis also. Remember, it is very, very important to think critically and then about your work and then understand its limitation. That is the basic for PhD, because anybody can perform an experiment, provided if there is giving any very good protocol. Okay, anybody can perform, seeing the protocol, add solution A, add solution B, add solution C, take a reading. But after getting a reading, how to analyze it? That can be done only by a person who has done PhD. So that is called think critically. Think in a right way to make it really solid. Okay, so Lata, actually that is not a big deal, like 2 years gap. That and all not at all matter. So it doesn't matter, but if somebody asks, you want to give a reason why there is a gap. That's it. So if it is genuine, anybody can take it. They will ask in the interview. Yes, this is what they can ask anything in the interview, but it should be genuine. That's it. There should not be any lying. Okay, that should be from your heart. If it is like that, nobody will tell you anything. I have heard this difficult to do PhD, no time schedule at all, having kid, I am so confused whether to just join a lecture somewhere. Can you give me a suggestion? Yes, Priya, this is I can understand, it's very, very important, managing the family as well as PhD. PhD, it is not like a 9 to 6 job, definitely not. And then because your PI, if you know your PI, if you know someone, if he can adjust based upon your family things, and then you can join your PhD. But if the PI is not okay, that you want to stay there from like 9 to 8, 10, and then sometimes you may require to travel, then it will be a problem. It is 100% you want to talk with your PA that I can have this luxury or not. So that's very important. It is 100% based upon you and then the PI. Okay, so most of the times people will accept it because they know what is the condition in India. So most of the people will accept it, and then if you can work. But the thing is, like, we should not take 5 days off, 6 days off. That nobody will accept it. And then when you're going for an interview, I know that we guys are very, very just out of the school, just out of the college, or whatever it may be. The dress makes a very, very good. For boys, it should be like a very clean shave, warm, and then feel the confidence, and then formal dress. This will help you a lot to impress the person. And then during interviews, what are things we can do, what are things we should not? So first of all, we'll think what and all we can do. Be unique, brand yourself. It can be 8 people, or it can be 10 people, or it can be 1,000 people in front of you. You want to show your personality. You want to act in such a way that it should be remembered by everyone by the way you answer. And then apart from your academic skills. That is what I showed, that enthusiasm, eager to learn, that zeal should be there. That has to be felt by everyone in front of you. Everyone should be like more interested to have you as a student, because it is almost like an asset having a PhD student. If you progress every day, that is a huge prestige for the professor. The next thing is, when you are going for a interview, be confident. Never be panicked or stressed. Nothing is going to happen. Be confident, sure of your ability. Yes, I can do it. Don't be overconfident. And then you want to be at your best on that day. There should not be any regret after the interview. Yes, I have done it. Whether they can give or not, this is me. That should be the level. No, I should have done like that, I should have told like that, nothing. So how you can do that one? Be prepared. So what type of questions they can ask, you can check it, you can make a list for it. Prepare for that. Most of the times they may ask in a very lighter way. Tell about yourself. Priya, did they ask the question to you? Tell about yourself. So what you did, what is your project, so anything. So have a very thing, and then you should know how you want to project yourself in front of the person. Okay, that's very important. Next thing is, if in the interview, if they are a little bit in the lighter way, like witty questions, reply in the witty way. Don't want to be always serious. Nobody likes the person to be very serious. And the next thing is, show that you are independent, original thinker. How it can be done? Already I have told that if you are targeting a professor, if I want to go and join with that guy, if suddenly ask any question, so you want to think in such a way and then answer to that person, how I can take the research to the next level. That's very, very important. And then in the interviews, you can argue if it is really reasonable. And then always be polite, argue without insulting them, and then always be professional. Professional can find you the right measures between being a serious as well as being informal. And then one more thing, all interviews are different. It will not be, don't carry over. Okay, last interview was like that, this interview also will be like that. No, all the interviews are different. Be flexible, be prepared, and then always avoid simple yes or no questions. So these are the things you guys want to do when you prepare for your interview. And then the things which you should not do, don't pretend. Priya, the answer for you. If you say that, if you are very confident, yes, I have a confident. So if sometimes they may ask you to perform some experiment, or sometimes they may ask you to explain some of the protocols. So be prepared for that. See, the thing is the question they are asking is a genuine, right? So we should also have a genuine answer for every question. There is a genuine answer. So that is what called preparation. Each and every one of you are listening to this have a peculiar situation. Only you guys know that. If you are on the other side, what type of questions, what are the possible questions you guys will ask? Make a list and then come to you and then answer to those questions. Check, is it genuine or not? Be prepared. So ask all sort of questions. Be prepared. Definitely you can impress the person. You can get it. And then don't pretend. Okay, if you don't know something, yes, I don't know. Yes, I know. If you say no, yes, you should mean it. If you say yes, for that also you should justify, yes, I know, that the person should feel that yes, he said yes, he did it. The next thing is, don't undermine the importance of soft questions like what motivated you to do PhD. Some people will ask you, oh, okay, simply just like that, it's for fun. Don't answer like that. Everything should be answered in a professional way, very, very strong way. The next thing is, don't give too general, and then don't be very specific also. It should be always in the balance side. Just don't come up as if you are dressed just like that. Don't be too nervous for everything. Don't get excited, and at the same time don't get panic for anything. The next thing is, don't become too emotional. That is also there. Somebody says yes, yes, no, no, leave it. So these are the things which you want to do it. So interview. So if you see that mostly like 3 to 4 professors. So some of the questions, subjective questions, they might, and this is from all the forums and then different experience. So the questions are like this. Tell something about your growth curve, conversion to Dalton to grams. What is GFP is used for widely? What is the pH of 10 to the power minus 8 molar HCl? Is glycolysis an oxidative process? How can you detect protein bound to DNA? So like that, very, very simple. 3 most important reasons why DNA is a genetic material. So such very simple questions they may ask you. Okay, so the next thing is, interviewers don't want somebody who is very knowledgeable, but rather they need a student who is able and then willing to learn, have a positive outlook, problem solving capabilities, and then can fit into the institute. This is what they are looking when you go for an interview. They don't want anything more than that. So they need a person who can work, who can learn, who has the capacity to solve the problems. That's all. So in order to fit into any university, practice. As I told you, make a list of your research field, and then have a good hold about your field of your interest, and then have a very good knowledge about your basic subjects, and then have a very good questions about yourself. Like any personal question they shoots, you should give a very good answer for that, which is very, very convincing. So practice and then prepare for that. Good luck, guys. Good luck, guys. Is there any other question, guys, you guys want to discuss with me? Any other question, guys? For every institute we have to study. Not every institute, in which you guys are interested. Target one professor. Each and every institute will have 1 or 2 professors. I have given a research work on fire therapy. Okay, good. So fire therapy, just actually, like, you can brush up your thesis, take it up, and then just see all the techniques, and then if they ask, well and good, and then try to go back and then read some of the fire therapy. Right now it is not doing anywhere in the world except in Canada, Priya. That is there. And then before choosing one more thing, guys, you want to think about a long-term plan. What you want to be after 10 years. Whether you want to be in the industry, whether you want to be in the teaching. Teaching, any thesis cannot be, any field cannot, because if you go for teaching, you want to be a professor where you guys want to write a thesis, project, and then get a money. So you want to be in the good research field, you want to work. If you go for industry, it should be having commercial application. Based on that, choose. Yes, fire therapy, if you decided to be in India, fire therapy will not work, Priya. If you want to be in the thing, let's go for like something like vaccines or gene therapy, something like that. It should be the future. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions?